15 tomorrow. I don't know, Sammy Joe. It just feels like one of those days where we just need to chill. And this is a song called Cowgirl's Prayer, and I just felt like it just seems right. So happy premiere with Rodeo Wednesday. Officially, can you believe it's April the 29th?
No, I can't.
29th. I can't even wrap my mind around all of a sudden it's April 29th and we are like 16 days away.
I get on a plane next week to head to the Last Chance qualifiers, and here we go.
Here we go.
Game time.
Let's go. Good morning, everybody. If you are watching live with us, sorry we were about 30 minutes behind schedule. We had some things kind of pop up this morning, but good morning. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Premier Women's Rodeo Wednesday. I think this is kind of the last one before we are, like you said, in Rome and headed to Texas for the Last Chance qualifier. Because 1 week is the barrel racing Last Chance qualifier at the NRS Arena. Really today's just kind of like a catch-up day, just kind of remind everybody if they are going to the Last Chance qualifier, what to look for, kind of some of the 27 stuff, just a little just housekeeping, because I just feel like everything got a little kind of crazy last week with entries, and it got a little kind of not confusing, but a little messed up kind of on the entry side through Next Gen. And in the nicest way I can say that, I don't really know how else to say it except tell you guys the truth. But things got a little wonky. And I think we got all the kinks worked out and everything's
good. Thank you all for your patience.
Yes, thank you for your patience. And that we have a lot of girls entered. And then a lot of girls asking questions on support emails on how to get to the Last Chance qualifier and all of that. So how are you, Sammy Joe? Because last week you had the kids down and now I think you got it a little bit.
Got a little sickness going, but we're powering through. I'm rocking the wet hair today because I had to wash my hair this morning. But as you see, kind of a preview of some exciting merch coming our way.
Yes.
Excuse me. But yeah, I do have a little bit of a cough, nose stuff going on. But no, beautiful day in Wyoming and ready for May. Let's do this thing.
We do have to say a little kind of like we're sending good vibes to all of our friends in Texas. I know that they got hit last night in Mineral Wells. Prior to that, it was closer to the Fort Worth kind of metro area, Dallas metro area. So we're really thinking about all of you guys and the weather. I mean, Oklahoma, when I was driving through Woodward a couple weeks ago, there was a crazy hailstorm that I drove through. And I just think everything a little bit east has kind of been a little crazy. And we're dry in Colorado and Wyoming, and hopefully you're going to get a little rain. I know you guys are tired of the rain, but we're praying for rain here in Colorado and Wyoming. So we're just thinking about you guys in Texas. Those tornadoes are not something to just dismiss. They're scary. I don't like it.
Yeah, we're thinking about everybody that was affected by that, and prayers to you all that you continue to stay safe. But
yes, horses are safe and kids and house. And I was texting somebody over there and I was like, as long as the family and everybody's okay, material stuff can be replaced. Yeah. And that's kind of the way, I mean, you don't have any control over Mother Nature. And, growing up in California, I'm always like, I'll take my earthquakes over those tornadoes. They freak me out. And I think that people who grew up with tornadoes are like, your earthquakes freak me out. So it's just all, it's all relative to wherever you're from. But we are thinking about you guys in Texas. So let's, okay. So entries are closed. Thank God, because that was rough last week. I'm not going to lie to anybody. Sammy, if you called Sammy Joe and I last week, we were no help to you. Because last week was consumed with entries. So that's done. Back numbers are sent to get built. So we're really thankful for Carroll Company, who's building our wonderful back numbers. Signage is done. I mean, if you guys knew all of the behind the scenes stuff that's happening right now, you would maybe have a little more sympathy for Sammy Joe and I on some of the stuff that we do, but everything is great. So I want to talk about the Last Chance qualifier. since the barrel racing last chance qualifier is on May the 6th, NRS Arena, the 4K May Day. Here's the flyer. Thank you to our friends at MBHA, Bailey Nargain, and the whole team with MBHA. We are having the last chance barrel racing qualifier on May the 6th. Exhibitions are from 10 to 12. Then it's kind of crazy, and it's cool that they do this because everybody kind of has, different schedules, but they are having like a slack competition from 12:30. That's limited to 100. So if you go on to oh my gosh, my brain just went.
Saddlebook. Yep. Saddlebook.
I kept wanting to say Boot Barn.
Now, you need to shop at Boot Barn for your gala outfit, so you're headed in the right direction. But when you're entering the barrel race, we're headed to Saddlebook.
Saddlebook. Can you log into Saddlebook so we can see that? Or do you have a Saddlebook account? Can we see Saddlebook? So you go to Saddlebook and you can enter the barrel race, and you can put in if you wanted to do, there's only 100 in that slack time. It starts at noon. And then the barrel race does start later on that afternoon. But really it kind of lets everybody so you can run over there during your lunch break and take a little trip around the barrels and try to get into the last chance. But so you go to Saddlebook, you enter the barrel race, and you enter the last chance qualifier entry fee. That's how you get into the barrel race. And so everything for the barrel race is on Saddlebook, and Sammy Joe's going to show us kind of what it looks like and what you need to enter.
Yes, I am.
I sprung that on her, you guys. You're welcome.
So we're going to go. Let me see.
And if you are an MBHA member, you don't have to enter the last chance qualifier. This is just a great barrel race. If you are already qualified to Women's Rodeo Championship, Premier Women's Rodeo Championship, you can enter that race too. So anybody can enter the race. If you have a male counterpart that wants to enter the barrel race, they can enter the barrel race. They just cannot enter the last chance part of it.
Yes. So once you're logged into Saddlebook, you go to events. I searched 4K to get to this. You click into the race, and here is where all the details, everything you need to know essentially is posted here. So like Lindsay said, everyone can enter, whether you're qualified or not. You got to enter the race first. And then if you're not qualified to this year's event, you're going to pay that $250 last chance fee. To be very clear, it is not a side pot. That $250 last chance fee makes you eligible to advance and qualify on to the championship. There's no additional fees once you've paid that if you're pro and challenger. If you are limited, you will pay $500 to enter the championship to help with the prize line at the championship. So all of those details are here. It will ask you if you have purchased your W-26 or W-27 ID card. It will ask you for that ID card number. You can email us support@premierwomensrodeo.com. We'll get those sent out to you. I am going to try to get ahead, send all barrel racers today your ID card number so you have those. We are also working today on getting everybody that has bought their W-27 card classified by the end of this week. So currently everyone on W-27 has been defaulted on the pro leaderboard. Those will be updated for sure by Thursday of next week. So whether you're pro, challenger, limited, if you've been nominating events, don't panic. Those points will move with you when you're classified on the challenger or limited leaderboards. But yes, currently right now for W-27, everyone has been defaulted to pro, but we're going to get those updated by end of next week. So make sure you get entered. You buy that last chance fee. You get entered in all the other side pots that they're offering and show up on May 6th to race in Decatur.
Yes. So that's the barrel race. Fast forward 4 days to May the 10th. And that is the last chance qualifier for the breakaway and the team roping. Thank you to our friends at Web Productions. They are producing those events. Now, you can enter the last chance qualifier entry fees on Next Gen. But if you want to enter, you still have to enter the ropings. So you go to UCR calf roping And you can,
roping.com. Yep.
UCRroping.com, and you can enter there, but you pay your fees on site.
Correct. So when you click into this form on ucroping.com, you'll see here the breakaway roping flyer, the last chance team roping flyer. Here is where you'll put your information. You'll put in here for the UCR team and Dirk Webb how many times you plan to enter. So you can enter the limited 2 times in the breakaway, the challenger 2 times, the open 2 times. In the breakaway, the run for a million qualifier is only with the open. So if you are a limited or challenger breakaway roper that is roping in the limited and challenger classes, you can pay the $250 last chance fee in next gen to advance on to this year's 2026 PWR Championship from those classes. We are guaranteeing to take at least 5 qualifiers to this year's PWR Championship out of each of those classes, the limited, the challenger, the open. But if you want a chance to go on to the August 14th Run for a Million $50,000 added showcase, you'll need to be entered in the open and pay the Run for a Million qualifier, the side pot in next gen before the open begins on May 10th.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can enter on site, but you have to enter the last chance qualifier on next gen. And you would go into your class and enter that class on next gen for the last chance qualifier. I know it sounds more complicated, but really the barrel race is on Saddlebook. You enter the $250 entry fee for the last chance and enter the race. In the team roping and the breakaway, you have to enter the ropings on site or ucrroping.com. And then you need to go to next gen and enter the last chance qualifier entry fee. That's that. This Run for a Million is its own deal. It's their own event. It's tied to the open at the last chance qualifier. They take the top 10 in the aggregate from that. All of the ladies that enter that entry fee of the 150 Run for a Million. There's also 150 Run for a Million at Premier Women's Rodeo Championship, and they take some from our aggregate and our event champion. But you have to enter that entry fee also.
Yes. So in next gen here, qualifier number 1, which is in Hamilton for Run for a Million, you can enter that if you're roping in the open. And then the qualifier number 2 is actually at the championship. From the overall 3 head aggregate times, we'll take the top 2. So if you want a chance, you're not going to Hamilton, but you are roping at the PWR Championship, you can enter this qualifier number 2. We'll take 2 girls from the 3 head aggregate on to Run for a Million as well.
Yes. So if you have questions about the last chance, put them in the comments now, and we're happy to answer them. So let's go to May the 11th. May the 11th is the Kimes Ranch back number and welcome ceremony, thanks to Cowgirl Magazine and Kimes Ranch. It is at Billy Bob's. It is open. There's no, we were limited with space in Tannehills. Now you can bring your whole family. Doors open at 6. The ceremony will start at 7:30. Everyone is required to be there. You can walk across the stage and get your back number there at Billy Bob's. It'll be a great event. It is a no-host bar, and the food will also be open there at Billy Bob's, so you can get something to eat, get something to drink, and just hang out with us in the largest honky tonk in the world at Billy Bob's, thanks to our friends at Billy Bob's too. And so it'll be a great event. We'll award our Pam Minnick Lifetime Achievement Award, and we have some other special stuff happening as well. But really want to celebrate you ladies and come across the stage at the Welcome Gala. We do have it as Western formal-ish, but we'll take you any way we can get you. So
I've had a couple dads that are like, will you please tell my daughter it's just dress code so I don't have to go buy them a big,
new
dress. But for the moms and dads that are like, oh my goodness, what does this event entail? I'm going to break it down for you here. So everyone's welcome. Although it's in Billy Bob's, it's our event. Your children are all welcome to come. like Lindsay said. So doors will open at 6. You'll come through the main entrance of Billy Bob's. We will have a red carpet for the girls to walk down. We'll have some backdrops set up where we're going to have photographers there taking everybody's pictures. Our friends at Total Feeds will also be there with their backdrop, asking some questions, getting some fun content. So you'll walk the red carpet first. Moms, dads, if you want to be in the background taking iPhone photos, great. If you want to be on the red carpet with them, you're just as much a part of this experience as the girls are. And so everyone will walk that red carpet. Then at that point, all contestants will be encouraged to go to our gifting lounge. So we have several partners this year that are going to be actually set up present at the gala, with gifts to give to all of you. So the athletes only at that point will go to the gifting lounge. They'll get to go around and get all of their swag and goodies from our sponsors. Shout out to everybody, all of our sponsors that will be there. And then at that point, like Lindsay said, there'll be a cash bar. There will be a concession stand essentially for food if you would like to eat there. Or eat before you come. We don't want anybody to be hungry or passing out. It's kind of like graduation then at that point. So
Yeah.
we will have 800 chairs set up on the showroom floor. About 400 of them will have our back numbers on each chair. So we will send you your back number prior to the event. You will know what number you are. On each row, we will have the number range of, 1 through 20 will be the first row, 21 through 40 will be the second row, down the line. So you will need to go to your chair with your number, sit in your chair with your number, and then when the back number ceremony begins, then one row at a time, we will usher you up to the stage to walk across the stage and get your back and be presented your back number. So that is how it works. After the event, you're welcome to hang out. We have an entertainer singing for us that night. It will be just a great opportunity again to kick off the Women's Week. And again, thank you to Kimes Ranch and Cowgirl Magazine for helping us put this event on, and Billy Bob's Texas for hosting us. And that is how the gala will work.
Yes, and it'll be awesome. It's just a great experience for everybody. We have master ceremony. I mean, it's just awesome, and the sisterhood that you get to meet everybody and get that bond and see everybody that kind of qualified and just be celebrated. So May the 11th is a great event. Right and early, 6:30 check-in for round number 1 and open arena. So 6:30 open arena and check-in will be open. We will have everybody that needs to check in because we have a different payment way this year, because of the nature of how hard it is to get checks and all of that stuff. Everybody's going to need to fill out a W. Which W is it?
So if you're American, you fill out a W-9. If you are foreign, so you live in Canada, anywhere not in the US of A, you will fill out a W-8. We will withhold 30% from our friends across the country. But yes, W-9, W-8s will be collected at check-in. We will have some additional information to give you at check-in. Headshots are required. So everyone must be checked in at least an hour before you compete. Open arena is broken into 30-minute sections. So the first 30 minutes, 6:30 to 7 on Tuesday morning, is just open ride. Get your horses in there, sniff around. It's a lot of contestants. You also be respectful of each other. There is a small warm-up arena in the back. Again, give your competitors the time. Don't just go camp out in there. Stay back by the parking lot in the trailers until it's, 30 minutes or so before you compete. Go warm up, get ready, and then that way we can kind of keep that area available to those that are about to compete. But first 30 minutes of open arena is just open ride. The second 30 minutes, we will set up barrels, let the barrel racers run through the pattern. So again, just trying to keep that as organized as possible.
Yes. Okay, the other thing I'm going to say is everybody needs to be very mindful of parking because parking is going to be very tight. So make sure that we're parking in a very timely or orderly manner. So we'll go right into Slack 1. The top 15 are that evening at 6 p.m. We will have check-in all day. So the barrel racing is first, team roping, and then the breakaway. So we can stagger in through there, but the barrels is going to be first, team roping, breakaway, and then we have our 6 p.m. that night. We'll have another open arena at 4 for the top 15 and the leaderboards for that night at 6 p.m. That's just to help us with parking. It's still the same runs. The cattle, we have one for everybody in the go rounds, so the cattle will be drawn. It's just the same competition. Just allows us to kind of stagger everybody just a little bit to get more time. Back to check-in. If you are in the breakaway and you have all the team roping and all the break or all the barrel race and all the team roping, and you want to check in a little bit later, like noon, 2:00. I think we'll be roping calves by 2:00. I will say that. So just know that you kind of be there earlier in the day. We kind of have it timed out, but I would say that what time do you think the breakaway will start for the first rounds?
Don't put me on the spot yet.
Okay, well, never mind.
Early afternoon. I mean, the next check-in is from 10:30 to noon. Chelsea, the check-in times are posted at premierwomensrodeo.com. You can see those under athlete info. But just to break it down really quick, the first check-in time, let me get to the right day, on Tuesday is from 6:30 to 10:30. Then we'll give our photographers a little break. The next section is from 12 to 1:30, and then 4 to 6 for those competing that evening. So I would say for sure barrel racers, you need to be checked in that 6:30 to 10:30 time. Team ropers, I'd encourage you to try to make it there. We don't want a huge line. So try to, if you like to be there early, get checked in, get your headshot. Otherwise that noon to 1:30 will for sure be our breakaway ropers, and then some team ropers that are towards the end, like our pros. But
I would say like the breakaway and team ropers, try to get checked in during the barrels so you're done and you got your headshots done, put your makeup on, go get your headshots and go. Barrel racers, if you're in a little bit of a time crunch, I mean, go check in and then come back after you run and do your headshot. That's okay too. So
for sure.
Don't stress yourself. They'll be there kind of all day. We know the barrel racing gets tight. You have to, time everything correctly. So come get checked in and then you can come back and get your headshot. That's okay. That's no problem too. We will run all the cattle through, prior to
Monday afternoon, Danielle, is when we're going to run cattle through. So yes, they will be run through. They'll see the arena. Just to finish answering some of these questions, Kelly Snow asked, if you enter the last chance, challenger and pro, is it $250 for each roping or just one time? So great question, Kelly. It is per class. So if you're roping in both, my recommendation, the challenger will run first that day. Buy the $250 last chance in the challenger. See if you advance on. We'll keep those entries open for the open. So if you don't end up advancing in the challenger, you can buy the $250 last chance fee before the open starts to try to get a spot. But to be very clear, we're taking the challenger spots, which this goes to Chrissy's next question as well. We're guaranteeing 5 in every discipline. So from the challenger, we're guaranteeing 5 teams. From the open, it will be pros. So if you end up entering the last chance in the open team roping, you would for sure rope as a pro, regardless of what your number is. We'll take a minimum of 5, and the scale, again, is on our website, up to 8. For the limited breakaway, same thing. We'll take a minimum of 5. You pay the $250 for the limited class. The challenger class will take a minimum of 5. You pay the $250 in the challenger class. And then again, in the open will take pros, minimum of 5, but you do have to pay that $250 in the class that you're wanting to advance out of.
Yes. Shayna asked, will the secretary be located so we can ask for splits in the team roping? The secretary will be up in one of those suites. I can't tell you exactly which one, but she'll be on that.
Where she's been every year.
Yeah, where she's been every year. And please go up there. I would say around 4:00 to get your splits done so that we can make sure it's on the judges' sheets and make sure on our cut cards for our guys who are sorting cattle so that we don't mess up the sorts. So yeah, the earlier you can go in there and get your splits, the better for that.
Correct. So Danielle, for 2027, we will classify based on your number. So if you end up roping as a pro and at the 2026 championship, but you are a 4-header, you can be a challenger for the 2027 season. But we can't take challengers out of the open roping when we've already taken 5 challenger teams out of the challenger roping. So that's why we have to do it that way. But we will allow somebody that is a true number 4 for the 2027 season to be classified as a challenger.
Yes. The only and this is just, don't freak out, but if you win as a challenger roper, you get promoted to a pro. If you win the 60,000, just that's on the board. So just know that's the only way that you would rope up if you are still a numbered as a challenger, is if you win it as a challenger, you get moved to a pro.
But we did add this last year because Tammy Lewis and Ashton Pratts did win as challengers. Together as that team, they would have had to go on and rope as pros if they wanted to continue roping together. But if they switched partners, we did allow them to remain as challengers. So Tammy and Ashton are as challengers as yearlings, but roping with different people. So the team roping, yeah, it's a little, your number, we try to classify you based on where your number is. But together as a team, Tammy and Ashton, you are pros. They chose to stay challenger.
Do you have a 27 card do you have to have a 27 card to rope in the last chance, or don't have to have a 27 card to rope at the finals?
Yeah. So Tammy, you're qualified. So you don't, to enter the roping, anybody can enter it, card or not. But to be in the last chance, we are honoring W26 cards. But if somebody's brand new to PWR, they would need to purchase a 2027 card, which stays active until April 11th of next year. So we are honoring W26 or W27 cards in order to be in the last chance this year. So I hope that answers your question. But if y'all have any other additional questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
If you want to nominate the Premier Women's Rodeo Championship for the 27 leaderboard, then you do have to have a current 27 card. Nominations are open for 27. Remember, the last chance qualifier is also a qualifier series for 27 championship. So in order for that, you do have to nominate for the 27 leaderboard, which means you need to have your 27 card. So if I'm in the position of a contestant that is either going to the last chance or going to the championship, I would buy my 27 card and nominate it so I can accumulate points on the 27 leaderboard.
Let's finish the schedule and then we'll get back to questions. So as Lindsay talked about, we have sent those positions out in the barrel race. Please note that is not competition order. Competition order is top of leaderboard, top of ground. That draw will be sent out once the last chance has completed. And then leaderboard, roughly that is in competition order, because if you're top of the leaderboard, it's reverse order. So we will for sure send, though, that final competition order and the draws for the cattle 2 hours prior to the performance beginning. But you should at this point know whether you're in slack that day on Tuesday, Wednesday starting at 8 a.m. or in the performance at 6 p.m. And again, we are not offering trades. Where you drew up is where you will compete. We will have a buckle ceremony Tuesday and Wednesday night. So after the 6 p.m. performance concludes, we'll take a 30-minute break, get set up on the VIP deck in Cowtown Coliseum, and award round buckles. So if you're competing earlier in the day and you're leading, come stay that night, see if you end up winning, and we'll have a buckle to present to you each night at Cowtown. And then Thursday, Lindsay, it's World Champion Day.
Is World Champion Day. So we do have open arena at 12:30. Then we go into a little bit of a slack for the semifinals. There was too many to have in the performance. So we will have the first 2 preliminary rounds of the goat tying, and we will have the limited top 15 short round. That will tell us which limited cowgirl is coming into the 60,000 round. And then we will also have 4 in the pro and 4 in the challenger, in the breakaway, the team roping, and the barrel race. And that is called the semifinals slack. And that is at 2 p.m. We'll have open arena again at 4:30. And then at 7:30 is our semifinals performance. That's when we'll crown our world champions. The buckle ceremony for that day is back at Billy Bob's at the 81 Club. And so that's going to be a really good time for everybody also. So we'll crown those world champions. We'll have all their awesome gear from our partners. And that will be Thursday after the performance at Billy Bob's.
Yep. Then Friday, we will have our get ready party at Billy Bob's. So if you advance on to the championship round, we'll have 60 total athletes. We got some more swag for you, some get ready party festivities that will happen. We will do open arena at 4:30, and then the championship performance is at 7:30. Our broadcast schedule is coming out. We are going to announce it, but for those of you, I have seen a couple people reference Cowboy Channel. We are on streaming on Ride Pass. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, your friends and family can watch you compete on Ride Pass.
And that's free. I just want everybody to know, go on Pluto, download Pluto, and you get Ride Pass for free. Nobody needs to buy a subscription to Ride Pass. So you download Pluto. It's a really easy app. It's actually a pretty cool app. You can watch all kinds of stuff on Pluto. But Ride Pass is through Pluto. You can actually get it in a couple different streaming options, but just look up PBR's Ride Pass, and that's where we'll be streaming.
And we'll get those details on our website as well. We've got that big announcement to Lindsay, help me out, simulcast streaming as well on
Grit, I think.
Yes. So we'll verify those details, but shout out to our partner Scripps with Ion and Grit. They are taking women's rodeo to the next
level. We really haven't really talked about all that much because I think it came out after. Yeah. Drum roll. We have a media partner, everybody. This is fun. Honestly, though, it really is fun. I don't think that anybody realizes what a major thing this is for women in rodeo. Thank you, like Sammy Jo said, to our friends at Scripps. They own Ion and Grit. I like to say I look out my window to my 95-year-old neighbor, Miss Betty, who doesn't have internet. She doesn't have any sort of streaming, and she only uses the good old-fashioned rabbit ears that if you are of my generation or older, you know what I'm talking about. It's the antenna that you put up, and it's free to everyone in the United States. It's free television, and Grit and Ion are on those. Grit has historically been a channel that shows a lot of Westerns. And so we're pretty excited to be part of that. But Ion has recently signed with the WNBA, Women's National Soccer League, Women's National Hockey League. They have this huge cheerleading organization that they show all of their stuff. It has really sort of kind of dug deep into women in sports. And so we're so thankful that they dug deep into us. We have a multi-year deal with them, with Scripps and Ion. And we're very excited that everyone in the country, I mean, they say over 126 million homes that we will be, we'll have the chance to watch women's rodeo. And that's pretty dang cool that my little old neighbor, Miss Betty, is going to be able to watch all of you guys compete. So I'm very thankful for Grit and Scripps and Ion and that whole team. They've been amazing to work with, and they're so excited. So excited. I wish that I could tell you how excited that they are to have Premier Women's Rodeo in their lineup now. So kudos to them. make sure that you, if you are coming, make sure that you go on to, like, I have Grit Ion on, I have YouTube TV. Go on there. It will air, and we'll put that out, but it's going to be tape delay for that Friday, but it'll be Sunday. And make sure that you record it and make sure it gets on there. But it's going to be very, it's going to be very important that we make sure that everybody that we know watches. So
yes. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's live. If you go to our website again, or pbr.com, you can go to how to watch. There's a full breakdown that explains how to live stream. Cindy, I see, like, whether you have a smart TV, but whether you don't, there are ways to get access to this, and you'll be able to watch live on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday through those streaming platforms. And then the Friday championship will air on Sunday at 1:00 Eastern. So if you want to watch live, buy your tickets now at cowtowncoliseum.com and come and watch live. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till Sunday to see at 1:00 Eastern who wins the PWR Championship. So
I'm going to address Cindy's comment. So if people who have smart TVs, how do you access that? If you go onto your smart TV and there's a digital antenna in those TVs, you click that, it does like a digital antenna search, and it doesn't use your internet or anything, and it should pick up those. If you want to, and you have a Walmart, Family Dollar, I mean, any of those little electronic stores, you can go buy, it's a digital antenna. It's like $9.99, and you put that into the antenna spot. You screw it in, you plug it in. The digital antenna will pick up any of those, it will pick up Grit and Ion. So if your TV won't pick it up on its own, it's kind of all depending on where you're at. Like my smart TV, I have a digital antenna and it's plugged in and it picks up Grit and Ion. I have an old school, like big box that takes 3 people to pick up TV in the shop, and it has a digital antenna and it picks up Grit and Ion. So it's just a little tiny box. It's about this big and picks it up, and it'll pick it up anywhere. So it's actually super simple. So you can find those digital antennas to plug into any smart TV, and it'll pick up all of those. And like I said, you don't have to pay anything. It's like $8 to buy that antenna. So
yes.
So much stuff.
That is our broadcast partner. Shout out Ion Grit. Go check them out and all the other women's sporting events that they're airing right now. So
yeah, they're gearing up for WNBA is picking back up pretty soon. So lots happening there. But okay, so then we get into the championship. Somebody's going to win a boatload of money. I don't know, like 60,000 in each discipline. We're going to have rough stock back. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to just kind of build up again. Bringing everybody in, goat tying, ranch bronc riding, bull riding for the ladies, and then obviously barrels and team roping and breakaway. And it's going to be so much fun. And we hope everybody has safe travels. Obviously, with the weather the way that it is, be prepared. And we are headed to Texas, and all of that stuff's going to be, it's going to be the April showers bring May flowers. So it's going to be green and lush. And we're going to have a great time there in Fort Worth. But we have the tip of the week, Sammy Jo.
But before we do tip of the week, let's finish answering. There were a few more questions. So let's start with Jesse. Can challengers nominate the finals for Run for the Million? So to your point, because we're taking leaderboard invites for challengers and limited, yes, nominating the championship is a great event to accumulate points. And June 14th is when we cut off the leaderboard and take our leaderboard number ones in the pro, challenger, and limited from this season. So Jesse, absolutely. But like Lindsay said, you do need to purchase your W27 ID card, which Dee asked, how do I do that? If you go on our website too, under ID cards, you'll see this graphic. So you go to Next Gen, go to Profile, search Premier Women's Rodeo, go to the drop down and click W27 $150 ID card, and that is how you purchase it. And this card remains active until April 11th of 2027 and allows you to begin nominating for 2027. So yes, nominating this year's championship is a great way to accumulate points to try to get that invite to run for $1 million, and that cutoff is June 14th. When will our 2027 QSs come out? Great question. So
we're working on it
we
diligently.
already have flyers are already out for Future Stars with Chris Neal. Prefert Ranch Open in Mount Pleasant, Texas, the end of May is also out. And our good friend Danielle Portier Johnson in California is bringing us back the California's Richest. Wow, my brain, Lindsay. California's Richest, Villado Park, amazing event. Danielle works her tail off every year for great prizes, great sponsors. So those are already events y'all can start planning on. Future Stars, Prefert Ranch Open, California's Richest. We have all of the Kimes $1 million qualifiers, our PWR QSs this year. Kenny Zamora will be working with again. The list goes on. So we have some work to do to get that list put together and promote it.
MBHA Super Shows.
All of Barrel Race, the MBHA Breeders' Challenge reached out yesterday. We have a list of partners to finalize our QSs with. So, but if you are a producer or you have a producer that you think a QS would be a good fit at their event, please have them email us support@premierwomensrodeo.com. We'd love to talk to them. We do have some fun things in the works with Australia and having an Australian QS. We've got a New York Barrel Racing Association that wants to work with PWR. We are talking youth with the National High School. So Lindsay and I have got some work to do, but we want to work with everybody. We want to bring some awesome QSs around the country throughout the year. So keep that in mind. But yes, the list will be posted soon.
Yes. We get in trouble if we add any, so we have to make sure it's as complete as possible. Don't kill the messenger.
Chelsea, yes. So our PBR, we're working on clipping the videos from the broadcast so that we can share those with all of you. And then our photographer has always been Bullstock Media, Andy Watson and his team, and they will be back again. So yes, we will have both videographer and photographers helping get you your runs and photos. What else, Lindsay? Is there a full chart out of W27 point breakdown? Yes. So premierwomensrodeo.com. I'm going to share it here. You go to the top, how points work. This is the updated information. And so you go to, this has the nomination fees, the new point structure. You can click the point chart here. So the total number of girls that nominate unlocks this point amount. So it's reverse. So if 25 or more girls nominate, first place gets 1,100 for a D4.
So Cindy, think about it backwards.
Yep.
The row on the left is the number of girls that are entered, and that's the total number of points.
Just in the VRQ, just nominated. So that number of girls that nominate, I know the VRQ team is working on a display to show you how many nominations towards our segment are tied to each event, so you can see that. But now, you used to, if one girl was nominated and she didn't catch, she got 0.25 points. Now, if you nominate and you're the only person and you don't catch, consolation points are 100. But if you do catch and you have a qualified time, you're guaranteed these number one points. So again, 500 at a D4 single round, 500 for an average multi-round, and 250 for the round. All of our D2 events are $150, and that's their point structure. And then if an event has had over 75,000 in their payout, It's a D1 $200 nomination, and this is the point structure. So
she's asking, like, if that's what first gets, where's it scaled down for second, third, and fourth, depending upon, like, how does it go down?
So if 3 girls nominate, then first place gets $550 and third place gets $500. If 10 girls nominate, first place gets $725 and 10th place gets $500. So however many total girls have nominated, that unlocks the first place points down to last place. And so you're again, you have to have a qualified time. These are for alliances, but this is how points are awarded now. And the VRQ team is also happy to help break this down, show you your points. You can email them at support@vrqapp.com.
Yes. Okay. We've been on for 45 minutes. We were only supposed to do 30. So we appreciate everybody for joining us. And we just kind of, it was kind of a last minute throw together to come on today, but we just thought it was important to, talk about those last chance qualifiers. There's still time for everybody to come. There's still time for everybody to get their 27 card bought and get entered in those last chance qualifiers. But remember, in the ropings, you need to enter on site or at ucroping.com. You still have to pay on site, but you need to go into Next Gen and buy that last chance fee. Run for $1 million, last chance fee, same thing. Saddle book for the NBHA barrel race, May the 6th. Go in there, buy the last chance fee. So make sure that you enter the event and you enter the last chance fee if you want in. So that's the most important. So tip of the week is, look at this list, go on our website and make sure that you go out and support these amazing, when you're getting all of your stuff ready and you're kind of getting locked in, you support all these amazing sponsors that we have. Get your horses on Equinity, get them on Total Feeds, get your Smarty Smarty equipment loaded up and ready to rope when you get there. And then when you do get on site, we have the amazing team at Short
Round Equine, Garrett Smith, and so Garrett will be there set up with his spa, his trailer. He has all kinds of amazing services. I know many of you know him and use him, but Garrett and Short Round Equine and the whole fam, Sam and Kaylee, we appreciate y'all. Be sure, and little Sammy, love her, their cute little baby. But anyway, Short Round Equine, proud to partner, and they will be present. American Hat will be set up selling their hats, so get your new
lid.
That's right. Everybody stalling with us is going to get a Total Feeds bag too this year. So we've got some surprises, some swag, some goodies. We'll have the merch available for PWR that you can get. All qualifiers this year, as you know, we like to give you a little swag item to go home with, so be prepared for that. We're just super appreciative of all of these amazing partners. Montana Silversmith, we have over 60 buckles that we award throughout the week. So yes, please, National Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame, they've got some exciting things in store to share with you. They're going through a renovation right now, but you can go see the existing museum. The list goes on, Lindsay. We could talk for an hour just about our partners.
But tip of the week is thank our partners and support them, because they support us as cowgirls, and safe travels, because next week, I don't know, you're going to be on the road at the barrel race at NRS. And so
6th, if you're headed there, come find me if you have questions. I'll be in Hamilton as well, and then we'll just truck back to Fort Worth for the championship. So
May the 10th, we're going to Hamilton, so we'll see you there. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on Premier Women's Rodeo Wednesday, and countdown is on. Let's do this. Let's get some money. Let's spend some money. Let's win some money, and let's have a good time. Have a Tito's. It's too early for Tito's for breakfast. So bye, guys.
Bloody Mary gal. We'll see you there.
See you guys.
Bye.